Om. 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 Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Gurur Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारंभं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा We'll start with verse number 73. Interesting verse. So he is continuing with the descriptions of the breast and what is happening around the breast. It is not only the description of what is in the breast or what is the breast, but also the activity around the breast, which basically is an indication of, also you have to remember that Prakriti. So in Advaita, in Advaita, uh, there is no distinction between Purusha and Prakriti because Purusha alone has become Prakriti. Ishavasya idagam sarvam. Everything that you see around is nothing but Purusha, except that we are seeing forms and shapes and names which are all temporary. In Sankhya is a dualistic principle. So there are two, Purusha and Prakriti. And Purusha is the conscious principle. Prakriti is the active principle. Purusha has no activity. It is only consciousness. Only consciousness. Whereas Prakriti has no consciousness but is active. Now, how can Prakriti be active? Prakriti can only be active when she is in contact with Purusha. When Kali stands on Shiva, then Kali can function. Kali cannot function on her own. She needs to stand on Shiva. When she is standing on Shiva, what is Shiva doing? Lying down. As if he is inert. He is not inert. He is conscious. That consciousness pervades through Kali and reflects in this entire world. So when Shankara is describing the breasts, it is not the physical beauty of the breasts, it is the activity about the breasts. So the drinking of milk, the blossoming of life, all of that is being portrayed here. He continues here in the second verse about the breasts. Amute vakshojavrita Amute vakshojavrita panikya kutupau Amute vakshojava amritarasa Amute vakshojava amritarasa manikya kutupau न संदेह स्पंदो नगपति पताके मनसिनः न संदेह स्पंदो नगपति पताके मनसिनः पिबंतो तौ यस्मा दिविदित वधु संग रसिकौ पिबंतो युतौ यस्मा दिविदित वधु संग रसिकौ कुमारा वद्यापि द्विरदवदनं क्रौञ्चदलनौ कुमारावद्यापि द्विरदवदन क्रौञ्चदलनौ अमूते वक्षोजावमृतरसमाणिक्यकुतुपौ न सन्देहस्पन्दो नगपति पताके मनसिनः पिबन्तौ तौ यस्मादिविदितवधुसङ्गरसिकौ कुमारावद्यापि द्विरदवदनं क्रौञ्चदलनौ. Let us look at the word meanings. So, first let us start with the meaning of amute. So, what is he saying over there? Amute vakshojava. Vaksha means breast, right? Amute vakshojava. So, what has been born from the breast. What has been born from the chest. Vaksha is chest, not breast. Amute, these, te, yours. Vakshojava, born from the chest, which is, he's talking of the breasts. Amrita rasa manikya kutupau. Kutupa is a very interesting word. Kutupa means in the ancient days, they used to carry oil in uh, in containers made of leather. Containers made of leather. And when they are filled with leather oil, they will be round in shape. That is called kutu. Kutu, or if it is small, it is called kutupa. So kutupau. What are the kutupaus like? They have been decorated with gems, right? Manikya. There are clearly saying, right? But what are they filled with? This kutupo are not filled with oil. They are filled with amrita rasa. Amrita rasa. Mother's milk is not the normal milk of every human being. For that matter, even today, what do the doctors say? That doctors say that the newborn should be fed the milk of the mother. Why? The immunity of the child grows up. The amrita comes from the mother to the child. Amrita means not dying. Right? Immunity build-up means not dying. So, amrita rasa manikya kutupo. The kutupa, the beautiful round shape of the kutupa, that is being viewed here as born from the chest. Na sandeha spanda, right? Without a doubt of, there is no alternating movement of doubt here. Doubt means all the time will be yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, right? Spanda, movement. Na sandeha spanda, no doubt here. There is no doubt. मन में जब भी कोई शंका होती है तो क्या होता है? करे नहीं करे, करे नहीं करे, करे नहीं करे. Alternating movement. Spanda. Right? Na sandeha spanda. There is no movement in my mind because of any doubt here. Right? Nagapati patake. Naga. The word naga means trees. Okay, it is a very interesting word. Naga means trees, but naga also means mountain. Mountain. Nagapati patake. Patake means flag. Nagapati. Right? Nagapati, he whose flag has the highest mountain. Who has the flag? Whose flag is the highest mountain? Remember, it is not Shiva. Shiva's flag is Nandi. His flag also is Vrishabha Vahana, Vrishabha Pataka. Right? Vrishaka Pataka, Vrishabha Pataka. The flag of people were identified by the flag in the war when there was this. Sorry?
अर्जुन का पताका सबसे बड़ा था.
नहीं, अर्जुन का पताका के ऊपर चिन्ह, सो पताके के चिन्ह से उसको पहचाना जाता था. युद्ध के अंदर में हलचल हो रही है, दूर से मुझे दिखेगा कैसे कि ये भीष्म वहां है, तो भीष्म के जो ध्वजा है उसके ऊपर में शालमली का पेड़ था. तो शालमली का पेड़ देखकर, हाँ, दैट इज दी शालमली ट्री, दैट मीन्स वी हैव टू गो देयर इफ आई हैव टू फाइट विद भीष्मा. Or if you see Bahubali, if you see Anjaneya carrying the mountain, you know it is Arjun there. If you see the sun, you know it is Karna there. Right? Similarly, people used to be identified with the flag that they used to carry. So Shiva used to carry a flag on which Nandi is sitting. Similarly, Vishnu is signified by the flag of Garuda Dhwaja. Right? His flag has Garuda Dhwaja. You have the name in the Vishnu Sahasranam, Garuda Dhwaja. So Garuda Dhwaja. That is interesting story. The side story aa gaya, dekhiye. So Garuda was fighting for Amrita, right? Because he had to bring Amrita to free his brothers, to free his mother. So he had to bring Amrita. So he went, got the Amrita, and he gave it to the Nagas. And while he was taking it, Vishnu stopped him and said, I am very pleased with your selflessness, because who in this world will be holding a pot of Amrit but not even taste one drop of it? Your selflessness and your mother's service to mother, I am so impressed with it. So I am ready to give you a Vardhan. So he says, okay, I have only one boon to ask. I should be above you. So Vishnu says, okay, no problem. Here is my flag, go and sit on it. Now you are above me. So he is always above Vishnu. Then Vishnu gave him the advice saying, look, these snakes cannot be given Amrita, then it will be a big problem for the world. So what you do is you keep it on the Kushasana. They said, bring it. They did not say, allow us to drink it. So you bring it, then tell them to go and take a bath, because they cannot have Amrita just like that. So when they go for a bath, you bring it back. And he brings it back. So here, Nagapati, who has the flag as, the flag is embossed with the sign of a very high mountain. Nagapati, highest of mountains. It is Himavan, right? Himavan has, so like Himavan had Sandeha in his mind. What is the Sandeha in his mind? Is this daughter of mine actually the Divine Mother? Attachment, right? Unlike him, Sandeha Spanta Nagapati Patake, Manasinaha, in our minds, we do not have any spandana, no disturbance. Similarly, Pibanto Tau, those two who drink from the two, those two who are drinking from the two. Who are the two who are drinking? Last shloka we did. The Skanda and Ganesha. These two, yes, Mat, because of this reason, Avidita Vadhur Sangarasiko, they have never known marriage. They have not known the pleasure of marriage, which means they are celibate, right? Which means it is not indicated that they are celibate in that sense. It is indicated that they have conquered their desire for sexual pleasure. They have conquered their desire for physical pleasure. So it is when you have conquered the desire and the lust that happens in our mind, then we are able to reach her Amrita Rasa that comes from the Kutupa shaped, decorated with Manikya, Kutupa shaped breasts which are full of Amrita. That is the meaning here. Kumaro Adiyapi, the youth, they are still young. And because they have no desires, they are still young. They are all still Kumaro. Right? They have still the innocence of the youth. Who are the two? The two people are Dvirada Vadana and Krauncha Dalana. Dvirada Vadana, Dvirada means having two mouths. Right? Dvirada Vadana. And we saw that last time. He has a trunk and he has a mouth. So he has Dvirada Vadana. And Krauncha Dalana. Krauncha Dalana, you will know the story. In the Skanda Purana, there is this very famous Asura lieutenant of Tarakasur. His name is Krauncha. Now, in Tamil literature, the Skanda Purana has got changed a little bit. And the Skanda Purana, one new Asura got invented called Surapadman. Surapadman, it does not exist in Skanda Purana. It is in the Kandam, which is the Tamil Grantham, which is okay. There is no problem in that. In Skanda Purana, there is this Krauncha. Krauncha means crane. Krauncha means crane. Krauncha was the name. He used to be in the form of a giant crane, but he had a very interesting ability. His ability was that he could transform himself into a mountain. So when Veerabahu came to attack him, he took his wings and embraced Veerabahu and then transformed into a mountain. So Veerabahu got trapped inside the mountain called Krauncha. So what did Kartikeya do? Kartikeya took the veil, the spear, bhala ko leke, he split Krauncha into two parts. Krauncha Dalana. And Veerabahu got free. And then Veerabahu did all the necessary, he killed all the others and so on and so forth. Veerabahu is his Skanda's lieutenant. So Dvirada Vadana and Krauncha Dalana. Now, why is Krauncha Dalana? He is being mentioned here, which means he has already done all those activities. He has already done all those activities. Right? And if you go by the chronology of Tarakasur and the Vada of Tarakasur, he is 16 years old. So then he is still saying, but they are still innocent. Why are they innocent? Because they have lost all the desires of this material world. Why has that happened? Because of the boons of blessings and grace to which they are open, which is ever flowing from the mother's breasts. That is the meaning of this. If we get rid of, if we are in control of our desires for physical, sensual gratification, then like all others, or like Ganesha and Skanda, we will also become innocent and be available to her grace all the time. That is the meaning of this. So that is the beauty of her breasts. That is how she describes. Any questions? Otherwise, we will move to the next shloka.
No question, but when he is talking about is he also trying to say that that Ganesha and Skanda are also Parabrahman, so they are not they are still innocent?
No.
In that sense,
Ganesha and Skanda are not Parabrahman. They are representation of those perfected beings who have controlled their desires and therefore been able to reach the divine. She is Parabrahman. That is the meaning. Then we will go to verse number 74. Another very interesting and a little difficult verse. Let us start here. वहत्यम्बस्तम्बेरदनुज कुंभ प्रकृतिभिः वहत्यम्बस्तम्बेरमदनुज कुंभ प्रभृतिभिः समारब्धां मुक्तामणिभिरमलां हारलतिकां समारब्धां मुक्तामणिभिरमलां हारलतिकां वहत्यम्बस्तम्बेरमदनुज स्तम्बेरं दनुज मुकुंभ प्रकृतिभिः समारब्धां मुक्तामणिभिरमलां हारलतिकां कुचाभोगाबिम्बाधररुचिभिरद्रन्तशबलितां कुचाभोगाबिम्बाधररुचिभिरन्तशबलितां प्रतापव्यामिश्रां परदमयुतकीर्तिमिवते प्रतापव्यामिश्रां परदमयितुः कीर्तिमिवते कुचाभोगाबिम्बाधररुचिभिरन्तशबलिता प्रतापव्यामिश्रां परदमयितुः कीर्तिमिवते वहत्यम्बस्तम्बेरमदनुजकुम्भ प्रकृतिभिः समारब्धा मुक्तामणिभिरमलां हारलतिकां कुचाभोगाबिम्बाधररुचिभिरन्तशबलितां प्रतापव्यामिश्रां परदमयितुः कीर्तिमिवते Vahati ambe. Vahati means to carry, right? Or it also means to wear, to adorn. Vahati, right? So two meanings. Yogakshemam vahamyaham, says Sri Krishna, right? In Bhagavad Gita, verse number 9, chapter 9, verse 22. He says, vahamyaham, yogakshemam vaham, vahanam, vahati, to wear, to bear, to hold, right? So Vahati Ambe, O mother, Tamberam Danuja Kumbha Prakriti. So the if you have seen the head of an elephant, the elephant has two lump-like shapes on the forehead here. There will be two lump-like shapes here, right? It is and the Stambera Danuja means Gajasur. Gajasur. Now, what is one of the names of Shiva? It is called Krittivasa. Right? Krittivasa. He is called Krittivasa. Do you know the meaning of Krittivasa? Anybody? He who wears the skin of an elephant. He is wearing the skin of an elephant. How did he get the skin of an elephant? He killed Gajasur. He skinned him and he took that skin and he wore it about. Right? Now, it is also believed that in a mature old elephant, these lumps, they are there. When you burst them, there will be some pearls that would have formed. Right? Hasti mani. Nagamani, you have heard. The snake carries the money on the top of the head. Gajamani or Hasti mani is inside the head of the mature elephant. So it is believed. So here he is saying, Stambera Madanuja Kumbha Prakritibihi, derived from the Gajasur, from the frontal knob, Kumbha Prakritibihi, the two knob lump-like shapes here. So Stambera Madanuja, Stamberam Danuja. Danuja means demon or child of Danu. Samarabdham Muktamani, pearls which have been made from Samarabdham Muktamani, the Muktamani pearls. Amalam Haralatikam. So Amalam, beautiful, without any mala. Haralatikam, garland. Haralatikam. Kuchabhogam, right? Kuchabhoga. It is in the center of the two breasts. It is the hara, it goes from the neck, but it is not on the breast. It is coming and flowing into the crevice between the two breasts. It is over there. Bimba adhara ruchibihi. But now, what is the color of the pearls? Pure white. Amala. Pure white. But what is he saying here? He is saying Bimba adhara ruchibihi. So adhara means lips, right? Ruchi means taste, but ruchi also means glowing. So from the glowing of the lips, the red color of the glowing of the lips, what has it done? It has anta shabalitam. Anta shabalitam means it has given variation. Shabalitam means to become varied in multiple color. So see the lips, they will be glowing. Some part of the lip, if you see a pearl and you put it in the light, then one part will be glowing more, one part will be glowing less, right? Different shades of the same color will be there. Same way, the lips of Devi, they are glowing. One part is giving out more light, one part is giving out different shades of pink are there. These different shades of pink are reflected where? They are reflected on the garland. Now, why should it be lips to aise hai, idhar hai? So how will the reflection come here? No, here is the beauty. She is looking down. Why is she looking down? Now go back to the earlier verse. Who is on her breasts? Kanda and Ganesha. That is why her love for her children, her love for us, she's all the time looking at us. And because she's looking down, the glow from her lips is now coloring that beautiful white necklace into multiple shades of pink. Pratapa Vyamishram, mixed Pratapa Vyamishram, right? Puradamayitu Kirtimivate. Now, because of this Gajasur, his pearls he has given to you, your Kirti and his Kirti are all very similar. Puradama. Puradama means he who killed the Puras. What is the Pura? Tripura. Right? So Tripurari. Right? He who killed the Tripurasur. So Puradamayitu Kirti. Iva, like, te, for you. Pratapa Vyamishram. Again, he comes back. Shiva and Shakti are one. Shiva and Shakti are one. He takes the beauty of Devi and he mixes it. Pratapa Vyamishram. He mixes it with the exploits of Shiva in dominating the Tripura. Now, very interestingly, if you see the Pura, the Tripurasura Vadha story, then Shiva said, I alone cannot do this. You have to give me your energies also. So the Devas gave half their energy to him. And because he gave them the energies, his name became Mahadeva. Right? Shiva Puran describes this. Even Skanda Puran describes this beautifully. Linga Puran also describes this beautifully. It is there in the Mahabharata also. The beautiful description of how Tripurasur was killed. Right? And Vishnu becomes the tip of the arrow. Brahma becomes the charioteer. The Vedas become the horses. Prithvi becomes the chariot. Sun and moon become the wheels. The entire creation has come together to support that destruction of evil. And that destruction of evil is happening through whom? Through that eternal consciousness that is all the time has been clouded in the minds of these people. What is the clouding that has happened? Gold, silver, and iron. The three cities. Gold, material wellness. Silver, prosperity in terms of gold indicating intellectual wellness. Silver, intellectual mental wellness. And iron, indicating physical wellness, strength, body, mind, intellect. Now, these became very strong. They obscured the reality. They used to worship Shiva. And they stopped worshipping Shiva. That is why Shiva could kill them. This is all an Advaitic story. The story is pure Advaita, where you see that it is not some beings who have floating cities, physically floating cities. No, there are no physically floating cities. So there are no physically floating cities. Just 1 second, please. Sorry. So here we say, Pratapavya Mishram Puradamayitu Kirti Mivate. Beautiful. So let us look at the shloka once more before we go on to the next. Vahatyamba stambera madanujat kumbha prakritibhi samarabha mukta manibhiralama amalam haralatikam kucha bhoga bimbadhara ruchibhiranta shabalitam pratapavyam mishram paradamayuta kirti mivate. Such a beautiful shloka. So difficult to go into interpretation and understand it, because if you take it at the pure physical level, then there is a difficulty. Then where is Shankaracharya coming into all of these sort of physical descriptions will come in as a question, and which causes a lot of problems. You have to understand what Shankara is coming from and where he is understanding this. So each of these shlokas, we have to do manan on. We have to do a lot of deep thinking. Then you get the real meanings. Let us move to the Yoga Meenakshi. This is another very beautiful. Oh, sorry. Any questions? Otherwise, we will move to Yoga Meenakshi. मीना जी कोई सवाल? ओके. यमाद्य अष्ट योगांग रूपम अरूपम. यमाद्य अष्ट योगांग रूपम अरूपम अरूपाम. यमाद्य अष्टांग योगांग रूपाम अरूपाम. अकारात क्षकारांत वर्णाम अवर्णाम. अकारात क्षकारांत वर्णाम अवर्णाम. यमाद्य अष्टयोगांग रूपाम रूपाम. अकारात क्षकारांत वर्णाम अवर्णाम. अखंडाम अनन्याम चिन्त्यम अलक्ष्यम. अखंडाम अनन्याम चिन्त्यम अलक्ष्यम. अखंडाम अनन्याम चिन्ताम्यलक्ष्यम. अमेयात्म विद्यां भजे पाण्ड्यबालाम्. अमेयात्म विद्यां भजे पाण्ड्यबालाम्. अमाद्यष्ट योगांग रूपाम अकारात क्षकारांत वर्णाम वर्णाम. अखंडाम अनन्याम चिन्त्यामलक्ष्याम्. अमेयात्म विद्यां भजे पाण्ड्यबालाम्. This again is a very beautiful shloka. Yama means to control. Yama adya ashtanga yoga. Yoganga. Yoga plus all the other parts of yoga. So she who has completely controlled all the 8 forms of yoga. What are the 8 forms of yoga? Oh, we have already seen some. Karma yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga, raja yoga, patanjali yoga, that is kriya yoga, etc., etc. All the types of yogas she has completely under her control. Yamadhyashtanga yoganga rupam arupam. She who has a form and she who is formless. Rupam arupam. She has a form, and yet she is also formless. Right? This is the beauty. See here, when we see that, Jagat, Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. Oh, Jagan Mithya means all this what I'm seeing is all false. And then somebody gives you a slap. Oh, no, that is only a false slap. There is nothing that has happened. No, that is not what is the meaning. Sri Ramakrishna used to say that everything is Narayan does not mean you have to go and embrace the tiger Narayan. So, Tiger Narayan is Tiger Narayan. He's also Narayan. But you don't go and embrace him. So, Vyavaharika Satta is a definite also an existence. What you need to understand and realize is that Vyavaharika Satta is nothing but a reflection of that eternal. So, therefore, Rupam, Arupam. She is Arupa, but she can project herself into multiple Rupas. Akarat, Kshakaranta. Right? Kshakaranta. She who is in the beginning, Akarat, in the beginning. Kshakarata. Akarat means, again, there are also another meaning. The first letter of Sanskrit will be last letter, the Ksha. So she is from the beginning to the end. One meaning. Also, we can say that she is the beginning, she is the end. She is the beginning, she is the end. Mahapralaya, Mahatandava Sakshini. She is the one who is the witness to that Mahapralaya, the destruction that is happening in that end. Mahapralaya Tamhata. Not that Shiva is dancing. Shiva does not move. Shiva is eternal. Shiva is consciousness. Shiva is existence. Shiva is Ananda. Even that dance is hers only. She is the one who is dancing, but she is also the witness to that dance. Mahapralaya, Mahatandava, is Sakshini. Isn't it? We have seen that in Lalita Sahasranama. So she is Akarat, Kshakarata. Varnam, Avarnam. She who has color and she has no color. Same. Arupam, Arupam. Varnam, Avarnam. Right? She who is also, she is the ant, she is Brahma. Brahmadhyanta, Pipilika Javanani, isn't it? We have seen. But she is also Varnashrama Vidayini. So, we see that in Lalita Sahasranamam. A very interesting story here. Rishi Aurobindo wanted to do a Chandi Homa. So he didn't know how to do it, obviously. So therefore, he sent a letter to, this is the time when letters are sent. So letter was written in postcard and was sent to Kanchimatam. Mahaperiva received that letter. The letter requested for the entire process of Chandi Homam to be sent so that they could conduct. So the entire process, he then directed somebody from the Sri Matham to send the entire process. So the entire process was written down in detail, fully. And Aurobindo Ashram has that particular document also available. The authorized version of how to conduct Chandi Homam by Kanchi Matham. It is there. So in that, one of the things was Suvasini Puja, Kanya Puja. And in that, which is written that a Brahmin girl of less than 10 years should be brought and be worshipped as Devi. So Rishi Aurobindo read that entire thing and then he wrote back saying, Brahmadhyanta Pipilika Janani is what she is there in Lalita Sahasranam. Then why should I therefore look for a Brahmin girl only? She is the mother for everything. Then why should I look for a Brahmin girl only? Mahaperiva then said, read the next line. He just answered by saying, read the next line. And the next line says, Varnashrama Vidayini. So, she is the one who has also put the Varnashrama. So, while she is the mother for everything, she is also the Varnashrama, and therefore you please follow the rules. Anyway, so here it is, Varnam, Avarnam. She is the one who has created all these distinctions, but she is herself beyond all distinctions. That is the meaning. Then it says, Akhandam, she who is limitless. She cannot be partitioned. She cannot be broken up. Purnamata Purnamidam Purnata Purnamutachate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate is what the Upanishad says. Right? The Shanti invocation for Ishavasya Upanishad is Purnamada. She is infinite. If you take out parts from the infinite, that infinite part itself is also infinite. So you want to worship her in the form of Chandi? Perfectly all right. You want to worship her in the form of Kali? Perfectly all right. You want to worship her in the form of Vishnu? Perfectly all right. She is impartitionable because she is infinite. So any form you try to take out and worship it, that is also her. Akhandam. Ananyam achintyam. Ananyam. She is unique. Achintyam. Alakshyam. She does not have any lakshana. In Brahman, there is no lakshana. The word Brahman also is something we have said. Brihat karoti iti Brahman. Something that has become big is called Brahman. Brahman does not come and say, oh, I am Brahman. Neither does Vishnu come and say, I am Vishnu. We give all these names. So similarly here also, he is saying very clearly that Achintyam, she cannot be thought through. Upanishad says, where the mind cannot reach, the eyes cannot see, the ears cannot hear. That is the description of Brahman. Because you cannot describe her in words. You can feel that. Let's see, this time we went to Kailash and came back. A lot of people ask, Kaisa tha yatra? And I normally say, बहुत अच्छा था, weather अच्छा था, कोई बीमार नहीं पड़ा, सबको बहुत आनंद आया. Now, what else can I tell? Can I tell them about what happened when we were standing in front of the north face? Can I tell them what happened when we went to the south face? Can I tell them what happened, what we experienced when we dipped into Manasarovar? That is an experience. I cannot share that experience with nobody. I cannot share mine with other people here. Meena and Priya were all there in the same yatra. We cannot share it because each one of us had experienced ourselves. Now, because we also had the same experience while we were sharing, yes, we could also feel what they felt. Others will not be able to feel it. See, 3 people sitting in the concert, listening to sitar being played by Ravi Shankarji, they will come back. How was the concert? Somebody who's standing outside. How was the concert? Oh, Ravi Shankarji played very well. Usse jata, what do you tell? Correct? So similarly here, what we are saying is Achintyam Alakshyam. And Ameyatma Vidyam. Meya means measure. Meya means to measure. Ameya means that which cannot be measured. Her knowledge is limitless. Right? Her knowledge is limitless. See, we say this, in Brahma Vidya, the knowledge is transforming, not changing. Right? This is a very old example that I have used. By studying accountancy, I may become a chartered accountant. I do not become accountancy. By studying medicine, I become a doctor. I do not become a doctor. I do not become medicine. But by studying Brahman, I become Brahman. Brahmavid Brahman bhavati. Right? Brahmavid Brahma bhavati. By studying Brahman, I become Brahman. And what is Brahman? Ameyatma Vidya. Ameyatma Vidya. She is the limitless knowledge which makes us into Brahman. That is the meaning of this particular shloka. Very deep shloka. We will meditate on that. So, Agastya was a...
Yeah, sorry.
Yes.
आप बताइए, मैं
No, so Agastya was a very, very strong Devi worshipper. So, I mean, most of the Tantra studies that have happened, especially in the Srividya tradition, they've all come from Agastya. Agastya's guru is Hayagriva, and we have received Lalita Sahasranamam, Trishati, etc. also from Agastya only because of his clamoring that, oh my guru, there is something that you are keeping from me. Please tell me, please tell me, please tell me. And then Agastya says, and then Hayagriva says, okay, I will give it to you. That is how all of this has come to us. So what Agastya is writing is from personal experience. So we have to remember that. Yes, please. You were asking something.
So in this shloka, they talk about Rupam Arupam. So such example are there all through Lalita Sahasranamam, where she is Chintya Rahita. I mean, like that. So
correct,
many.
Correct. So there is one section which is called the Nirguna Upasana. Nirakara, Nirabadha. Right? The words that all begin with Na. Right? Nirmama, Mamata, Hantri. All of these are the Nakaratmak in Yani. They are meaning of the Nirakara Upasana. Then it changes to Sakaratmak Upasana.
Oh.
So both are there. She is Gunamayi, she is Gunatita. Trigunamayi, Trigunatita. So in one place she will be Gunatita, another place she is Trigunamayi. This combination, she is Rupam Arupam, Varnam Avarnam, Chintyam Achintyam. So good correlation. Right. Let us close.
So just
Yes.
over here,
Yeah,
would you say
please.
Rupam, that she's tangible to you at that point, but actually she is without form,
Yes.
because so
Yes. Absolutely.
it's kind of pointing to you कि ये level है, उसके बाद आपको उधर भी देखना है.
और भी जाना है, और भी जाना है. Every level that you are going to is one more level, which is that if you see Sri Vidya in that the worship of Devi through that Meru, the the progress starts with the outermost Nava Avarana, 9 wheels, one by one, as you are proceeding. Each time you will see various forms, various rupas, right? We see all the Dashamahavidyas come, we see all the Saptaka Matrikas come, the Ashtamatrikas will come, Varahi, Kaumari, Vaishnavi, Maheshwari, all of these will come. The Astras will come, the Vahanas will come, Bhairava will come. All of these, one by one by one. Ultimately, you are narrowing it down till you come to that bindu where there is no form, there is no shape, there is nothing. Varnam, avarnam, rupam, arupam.
In the Adya Stotram, which I've been listening to, there are also the references to different Devi forms. You know, to me it seemed it's when they are saying that you know how many make one, like that different aspects are being prayed to have it unify in the end. Of course, Adya means the one, right? She's she who's always been there. So that's what I thought.
Yeah. चलिए. शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरि ओम.